Omar ibn Khattab radiallahu anhu seen a woman carrying a baby and the baby is crying. So he tells her, feed the baby. So she said, no, I don't want to feed him. He asks her how old. She said maybe 18 months. He tells her, why don't you feed him? She said, because Omar ibn Khattab, our leader, only gives the child allowance for children that's not breastfeeding. After they stop breastfeeding, he gets the child allowance. SubhanAllah, the child allowance that we hear the Canadian government is giving. Omar ibn Khattab radiallahu anhu used to give it in Islam too. When we work honestly and we produce, we can afford to give the child allowance, subhanallah. And started it Omar ibn Khattab giving to every child allowance. But at the time, Omar only gave it when they're 2 years old, after their mother has stopped breastfeeding. So he cried and he said, I have starved some Muslim children because of this, and he ordered that every born child gets the child allowance from now on. Subhanallah, every Muslim newborn child gets the child allowance. Subhanallah. All this is in Islam in the early days. So all the wonderful things we see around us in this wonderful society, the origin is Islam. When we understood Islam and we applied Islam, that's the origin. And I share with you a story with a judge, a Muslim judge, who is telling me that we should apply the French laws. And I told him, you're a Muslim guy and you wrote books in Islam, why are you promoting the French law? He said, I studied Islam and I studied the French laws. And 80% of the French laws come from Islam. 80% when the French came to invade the Muslim world and they studied Islam and they realized the good things in it, 80% of the French common law comes from Islam. Subhanallah. But when we forgot our Islam and we left it behind, that's when we, subhanallah, leave everything. And we focus on things that really are not the basic and the principal things of Islam.